Oh, that is Kujiza! Greetings, my seekers of fear. I am your host, Fear Incarnate, and welcome to the first installment of something I like to call Guilty Horrors. If you do not know what this show is going to entail, then allow me to explain, my dear viewers. For you see, while I'm here, I may have stolen some of the DVDs that Arrow has kept in his little TV set. And while I'm here, I thought it would be nice to at least see these ridiculous movies he actually calls scary. And also make fun of him for it in the process. But for this installment, we're going to take a step back in time into the future of a dear beloved sociopath who, for some reason, just won't die. I'm of course talking about Jason X. For someone who explains that they are not into the genre of horror or slasher films, for some reason he still has this DVD. I suppose it only seems fair that we take a look into this movie and see what's so fascinating about it to him. This is Jason X. Jason X is a 2001 American science fiction slasher film produced and directed by James Isaac. It is the 10th installment in the Friday the 13th film series and stars Kane Hodder in his 4th and final film appearance as the undead mass murderer Jason Voorhees. Jason X tends to be mocked for the idea of putting Jason Voorhees in space, but outside of that, it provides everything a Friday the 13th fan could want. To be sure, most attempts at transporting horror icons into outer space have gone quite poorly, leading to things like the leprechaun reenacting Alien's chestbuster scene from a much more intimate area, and powerful Hell Lord Pinhead being tricked by a hologram. But just because most attempts at that thing don't work out, doesn't mean none of them do. But seriously, don't put the leprechaun in space. Jason X isn't high art, but neither were any of the other Friday the 13th sequels. What it is a fun, gory ride of a slasher flick that never bores and always entertains. The spaceship setting allows for kills never seen before, such as the hilarious hologram scene that pays tribute to both Camp Crystal Lake and the infamous sleeping bag kill from Part 7. Then there's Jason freezing a victim's face in liquid nitrogen, then smashing it into a corner. One of the best kills in the whole franchise, if you ask me. Topping things off is Uber Jason, created when future medical technology attempts to rebuild a damaged Mr. Voorhees. I will admit that Jason being sent to the future was ridiculous enough as it is, but now you give him an upgrade so he can kill people even more? Hell, I'm amazed how many Dunkoffs he killed before getting upgraded. So after all of this, is it a scary movie? Well, no. Is it a good movie? No. Is it fun? Oh, absolutely. Let me make one thing perfectly clear, my dear viewers. I didn't write this review to tell you that Jason X is a good movie. Because it's not. It's really not. It's actually a laughable bad movie. That being said, I can't help but sort of love it. It's a scenario where it's just an enjoyably bad film to look at and laugh along with a few friends. Jason X is never particularly scary, and the jokes miss more than they hit. But it still feels very much like a Friday the 13th film. As dumb as Jason X is, at least it's fun and entertaining. On top of that, it knows exactly what it's trying to be. That may not be as big of a deal to some of you, but I have a great deal of respect for films that know what they are. If you're all confused about what I'm trying to say, this is a joke movie turned into a horror film. Honestly, Jason X was made just for entertainment purposes. I can understand that some of you were looking for the usual Jason Voorhees entertainment of slashing, killing, brutally murder. But that being said, this was basically endorsing the idea of what if you put Jason in space? I mean, come now, they already did the leprechaun and Pinhead, why not Jason Voorhees? That trait makes a film more likable, and Jason X is infinitely more likable because it doesn't take itself seriously. That being said, I will say this, when it comes to the Jason X film, it's not entirely my favorite, but I can see why Arrow enjoys it so much. So now that we just got to that scenario, it just makes me wonder, how would Jason be like if he entered Equestria? Ah, who am I kidding? We'd all be dead by now.